All right, well, listen, everybody, if you don't know, you are about to get a real treat. And we've had this on segments before. We had a little online radio show when we first started, and we had some other bullshit that we tried to put together that failed, and now and now we're bringing it back. So after saying that, I don't know. Oh, look at that fluff! Look at that fluff right there. I don't know why we think it's like a thing that we need to keep bringing back, but it's my favorite segment. Breggs, I think it's your favorite segment also. That was the worst sound I've ever heard in my life. But it is time to introduce. It's been a long time coming. It's time for Breggy News.
So exciting.
It's so exciting. I wish I could hear the music.
So, yeah, me too. My first story deals with the Queen Mary out here in California.
Oh, wow. How far away is that from you? Do you want to give people your address?
No traffic. I want to say it's like an hour to an hour and a half.
Oh, it's a long drive.
Ish. But there's always traffic, so you're definitely doing it in 2 hours or more. So there was a big story that went viral that they were opening up one of their infamous staterooms, B340.
B340.
The last time that room was rented out to guests was in the 1980s. And the room was gutted out and locked. But shows like Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures went there, investigated, had experiences. But they redid the room, and after 30 years, you can now rent it out. So
that's cool. I'm going to cut you off here.
Yeah.
I just want to say that my wife is adorably putting together her dinner so quietly and gingerly. It's just very funny to watch. Go ahead. Unrelated.
Thank you for interrupting Breggy News.
Don't do this. This is a family show. We're bringing everybody in, you know?
So in the past, this is hardly a family show.
Yeah,
so in the past, for that room, there's been rumors that hold on a second. I'm kind of reading this off.
Let me guess. There's ghosts.
There's ghosts. There's ghosts.
My goodness.
Well, the rumor is that it was too haunted to rent out to guests. So
okay.
The room is huge, though. It's made up of 3 former third-class staterooms.
Sounds cool.
And if you rent it out for basically $500 a night, the ship will supply the guests that rent it out with quote-unquote tools to contact the spirits of the room. So they'll give you a Ouija board, a crystal ball.
A Ouija board?
I know.
You can't use a Ouija board?
We should call them up.
Chris? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And they also supply some ghost hunting devices, probably like K2 meters and recorders and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So
is this specifically being catered towards the paranormal community, as they say?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, the Queen Mary out here, so I've been to the Queen Mary, but I've been for like whiskey tasting and stuff like that.
Do they have oysters?
No, I don't know.
Guys,
I didn't
you don't
have
know?
them there.
Breggs is a big oyster fan. We'll talk about it later on. I just want to fill you guys
in. So the Queen Mary, if everybody doesn't know, it's stationed in Long Beach, California, and they do a bunch of haunted tours you could sign up for and go around the ship with a tour guide and have equipment and do ghost hunts. And then they also do Halloween time. They turn it into a whole haunted boat, haunted house type thing.
That's cool. So they've really embraced the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, I got questions because I don't know. So you said they opened this up for you to sleep in, right? So is the Queen Mary is this a place that people went like on vacations as a hotel, basically?
Yeah, I mean, there's a restaurant on board. You rent out a room, and it's just they do a whole Valentine's Day thing, and like
Aw.
at holidays, Christmas, they turn it into a whole thing. Um, so yeah, I mean, but for the most part, they do haunted tours, I believe, and don't quote me on it, all year round. But Halloween, they really turned it into like where people jump out at you and stuff like that. So I feel like for them to open up this room is like a big thing for them because they probably realize that paranormal groups are going to flock there and try to investigate. And
Right. Now, it intrigues me that somebody said, whoa, this room is too haunted. Lock the doors, throw away the key. This room is too haunted. So what do you know like what happens here?
no,
I've looked up, I just saw like a bunch of things described, like voices and apparitions and people being touched and grabbed
right, and
inappropriately.
like right, and the history of the ship is before it was docked for the last time in 1967. It was being used and off the coast of Ireland. It got into a huge crash with a small escort ship,
Oh no.
and there were 439 passengers total. 338 were killed.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, maybe there's still some people on there. I mean, I don't know, but guests of the ship have claimed that lights have been flickering and faucets would turn on and off on their own and knocking and disembodied voices. So, but
Cool.
hey, if you want to investigate it, $4.99 a night.
Now,
Enjoy.
for the sake of conversation, I'm going to take it and rewind it back for a second.
Okay.
And I'm opening this up to the chatteroonie out there too. So they give you a Ouija board. Christopher, how do you feel about the Ouija board?
I mean,
Because this is a hot button topic. I bet money that if you were trying, you could get someone to hit you over this argument.
right.
Physically.
We've used a Ouija board in our last
Don't
investigation
tell anybody. Don't tell me.
of Malvern Manor. We went live using the Ouija board.
We did.
I think that was the first time we ever did use it in an investigation.
I believe so. I mean, I went to an event once where it was like, we're going to use 50 Ouija boards in a room and see what happens. But I think that's the only time that I actually, besides when I was like 12 years old, that I actually tried to use the Ouija board.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I think it can be used as a tool if it works, but I don't think it really works. It's a toy from Toys R Us that people put this.
Yo, by the way, Toys R Us, R.I.P. That's real. That's real feels right there.
Maybe we could contact them through the Ouija board.
Oh!
So, I mean, I think if something were to happen with the Ouija board, that's exciting. I don't ever see it really being a viable tool.
Right. I mean, there's all these crazy stories of the planchette is like designed after like an infant's heart that was used to summon demons on the original Ouija board. I hear that is all not true. I've even,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I think everyone's got to relax with the Ouija board. It's just like anything else. If there is the ability to conjure something to communicate, and if there are like negative situations like that,
Right.
you're going in there with these electronic devices. What's the difference?
Exactly. I don't think there is a difference. I think if you're asking questions and going around with crystals and whatever else, and you're just that's your motivation. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I don't think it matters what you use.
Done. Lock it in. Lock it up.
Drop the mic. Boom.
Drop the mic. I can't afford another one. I'm not going to do that.
Just need a graphic.
Dude, calm down with the graphics, okay? I'm shocked. I don't even want to say that it's going smoothly.
Well,
All right,
we're not done yet. We've still got about, 45 minutes, so.
No, I saw that, and I was like, woo, still got time. All right, you want to go to Article 2?
Yeah, let's go to Article 2.
All right, let's go to Article 2. What do we got here? Ooh, some controversy.
Yeah, most of us are fans of Stranger Things. If you are not, I don't know where you've been, but
you know,
I'm not judging. I'm judging a little bit.
It's fine.
But so Stranger Things, huge success, big deal. So the Duffer Brothers are actually being sued right now.
They're the guys who made the show?
Correct.
Okay.
So they're being sued by Charlie Kessler, who is actually claiming that he produced a short film called Montauk, which both Mike and I are from Long Island. We know very well about Montauk.
We sure do. It's the tip.
Right.
It's the tip of the island.
He produced a short film called Montauk, which actually premiered in 2012 at the Hamptons International Film Festival. He actually took this plot and this storyline and pitched it to the Duffer Brothers.
Oh, shit.
So what had happened was he pitched it in April 2014 to the Duffer Brothers as a full-blown series, and he was told, nope, not interested. That was it. Never heard back from them.
Take a hike, Jack. Right?
That's it. So all of a sudden, July 2016 comes around, and Stranger Things blows up Netflix.
It sure did.
And he's claiming that they used his script, his idea, his story, and the film to make the show.
Oh, damn. So, what's Montauk about?
Well,
what's that story about? Oh, well, what? Go ahead.
Let me finish. So he even claims the show was initially sold to Netflix with the name The Montauk Project.
Oh, shit.
So he's seeking some money on that, and I don't blame him.
Oh, dude, I would be like, give me that cash.
Yeah.
I would take 0.5% of that cash.
Listen, you and I have talked in the past where we've come up with ideas for certain paranormal things and pitched it to producers or like Discovery Channel and stuff like that.
Right.
And
I was very excited about that.
We said to each other, if they ever took it and stole it, we would lose our shit.
Right. But I mean, I think that's just how that shit goes, dude. I don't know like what the legal rights are. I think once you say it, it's out in the ether. But if this guy made a short film, that's another
short film.
Story.
He's claiming. I mean, short film. He's claiming that they literally used part of his script.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, well, so what's going on here?
Well, the attorney of the Duffer Brothers actually told TMZ, where
credible
I originally got the story from, that Kessler's claim is completely meritless. He had no connection to the creation or development of Stranger Things. The Duffer Brothers have neither seen Mr. Kessler's short nor discussed any project with him. This is just an attempt to profit from other people's creativity and hard work. Now, that's a big statement.
That's also probably a very expensive lawyer.
Yeah, but TMZ shows that there's actually there's a casting call that shows the Duffer Brothers actually did rip off the short film.
What?
So TMZ obtained the casting call from August 2015 for the role of Barbara, who, if people have watched Stranger Things,
poor Barb, man.
I don't think she was supposed to be as big of a character as she turned out to be. But...
Right? Yeah, I don't want to spoilers here, but you're kind of like, get your shit together, if you want to see it, and you haven't already, just get on there. But
the casting call includes the following: you have a self-tape request for Netflix series, quote, Montauk, starring Winona Ryder. The references. So right there.
Already, start packing some suitcases full of cash. Let's go.
So here, so
Yes.
sorry, I'm like trying to.
I see what you're doing.
And so there's a casting call. It has the role of Barbara. It says 18 to play 16 years old. Barbara is Nancy's gossipy, less put together, and less popular best friend who can sometimes be a third wheel, meddling with Steve and Nancy. Recurring role.
And they
And
said
then it
Steve
says-
and Nancy?
And then it says notes. Hello, you have a self-tape request for the Netflix series Montauk starring Winona Ryder and by the creators of Wayward Pines. So,
Yo, shit. Why, they couldn't have changed her name to like Gertrude or something?
I mean, it just blows my mind that this is even a question. So the document also lists Matt and Russ Duffer as writers and directors of the series. TMZ broke the story. The brothers were sued by Charlie Kessler, who says he has not only made a short film about top secret government experiments entitled Montauk, but he pitched the Duffers a project based on the film. The timing of the casting call is also super suspect. Kessler says his pitch meeting with the Duffers went down in April 2014. They did not strike a deal, but lo and behold, in August 2015, the Duffers were casting for their series Montauk.
Oh, yeah, done.
Done.
Done and done.
Done. But
It's fucked
there's
up.
more.
There's more.
There is more.
Yeah, you're really digging deep here.
So, apparently, the Duffer Brothers are sticking to their guns.
Yeah.
And in 2 emails in November 2010, the brothers set out their vision, a real paranormal gritty 80s show. Those are all quotes. In one of the emails, it specifically says the show is set in Montauk. There's a reference to the Montauk experiments. So, and then there's 2 emails from 2014, February 27th and April 4th, both written before the alleged meeting between the Duffer Brothers and Kessler, lay out the vision for the show. It reads, quote, set in the 1980s Long Island with a vintage Stephen King feel. The April 4th email mentions a location scout in Montauk. So basically the Duffer Brothers are saying, hey, listen, we already came up with this idea.
No, you liars.
We have emails proving it by the date.
But, dude, how could they both came up with the location of Montauk?
I mean, do we want to do a quick real or fake on this?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'll pull it up right now. Boom. Fake. Done and done.
Yeah. So, I mean, TMZ, if you guys want to check out the video, they even have a video from the Montauk short film.
Do they?
On there, yeah.
Oh, that is... I don't know, man. It's messed up.
So, I mean, I'm sure they're going to settle in court. I'm sure Stranger Things and Netflix and Duffer Brothers make enough money where they can...
Yo, pay that dude out.
Listen, man, I mean...
Pay that dude out. Do the right thing, Duffer Brothers.
Do the right thing. It's too similar.
Do the right thing, Duffel Brothers. Do the right thing, Durfer Brothers.
It's too similar of ideas to make it seem like you came up with it on your own. It just rubs me the wrong way, and I just know
it's like ruining the show. It's ruining the show.
If it was me and that happened, I would probably be locked up.
Yo, you like season 2 of Stranger Things?
I like season 1 better.
So did I. I don't know why I got upset. I like that season 1 was more of like I related to this. This is a controversial view, okay? I like the original Alien film in comparison to Aliens.
Okay.
I like that it's a horror movie. I like that it's intimate. It's on this ship, and they're dealing with this one alien. Alien 2 is awesome because they're running around blowing up aliens with guns, but I like that horror scope. I feel like they did the same thing. You got these little Goonies running around, season 2. They have this giant vortex. It's kind of like... It was good.
Yeah, exactly. It was good. It was just... It took a different route from what season 1 was.
Right.
I didn't hate it, but
I didn't hate it. I didn't
we'll
hate
see
it.
where
I was just a
season
little
3
bummed where they were
goes.
going with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we'll see where season 3 goes, and we'll see if there's any updates on this when we get to the next episode of Real or Fake in 2 weeks. And if I have an update, I will inform everybody. But I mean, in retrospect, just pay the guy off. You guys got enough money.
Give
I
him
mean,
that
let's be
cash.
real. Yeah, just give him what he wants. You're good.
Right. Okay.
You are good.
Article 3?
The third story, it's not really a story. I just felt like, oh, that one. Never mind.
That's
Glad
it.
you put that up.
I do not have a fourth. I do not have a fourth up. We'll talk
All
about
right,
it.
good. All right, no problem. Glad you put that one up then.
There you go. I'm on it.
So we rarely go the route of UFOs and aliens, but we do
You
it
love it.
occasionally.
You love that shit.
We do it occasionally. I mean, I love a good ancient aliens or some space's deepest secrets on Science Channel. But anyway. So strange sighting that happened. There was some passengers on a flight to Greece that captured this strange anomaly or UFO happening. Do you have the video?
No.
Oh, okay, great. So there's a whole video. If you go to East Coast Radio, internet, and look for strange sightings, freaks out passenger on plane. So they're flying. All of a sudden, you can hear this guy talking. This video was actually posted on the New York Post also.
Oh, no way.
So in the beginning, it actually, I'm going to see if I can play the video. Mute this here. There we go. So it's coming out of the clouds. It almost looks like if you ever seen like a huge whale.
That's
like,
what I was thinking. A whale fin.
Reach out of the water and slam back into the water. This is what it looks like, but just in the clouds.
Hear me out, bro.
Yeah.
Sky whales.
Sky whales.
Sky whales. Let's start that conspiracy.
Okay. So at first.
Okay, I guess we won't. It's fine.
At first, it looks like maybe like an aircraft coming through the clouds and going up.
I guess.
But then there's also video where it's actually straight up in the air and it's just like chilling.
That's weird.
And then it ends up turning and then flying up. It's definitely strange. Passengers were bugging out a little bit. On the video, you could actually hear them talking about it, saying, "What is that? That's so crazy. What is that?" You think it's a UFO? You think it's aliens or what?
No. I don't know. Man. I don't think so. I think it's some weird cloud situation. What do you think?
I think it's some government shit.
Oh, we're going the government route. It could be. I don't know.
I think some government shit. People are flying off test missiles left and right these days. So I just feel like it's something to that nature. Go ahead.
No, I was just because I think most of these sightings, especially back in the day, like I don't know, like during the Roswell time where it was explosive and it seemed like people were super fascinated with this stuff. I feel like probably most of these things were some sort of experimental craft or, whatever, from us.
Right.
So, I don't know. That's what I got.
Well, that's all I got for breaking news, so.
Cool. I told myself that I would get new headphones that aren't terrible, but I guess I'm sticking with these,
Yeah, man, those are great.
Thanks, dude. So we're done with breaking news.